Hello and welcome to another episode of What Do You Call It? Guest. I'm your host, GB. Today's guest is one of the UK's fastest rising stars today. Please welcome the Juice, AJ Payne. AJ, how you doing today, mate? You all good?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
No problem at all, mate. No problem. I did speak to you about it in Spoons in Southend about a
We
month or two
did.
ago.
We did. Yes. Got
Quickly
about
bumped
that
into
bit.
you. You was with your mate. I was meeting one of mine, and then just quickly like, AJ, when you coming on? He was like, whenever you need me to, and that's it. Um,
Both easy about it. Easy life, isn't it?
that's it, mate. That's it. But no, I'm absolutely glad to have you on. Normally I rewind the clocks, but I've actually received some questions for you on Instagram. So we're going to begin this episode by asking those questions that have been directed to you. So, first question
Wow.
is a great friend of the show, Peckham Playboy Hakan. He wants to know what was your favourite match of 2025?
My favorite match I've had, or favorite match overall? Like,
Favourite match
of
you
any
had just last year?
favorite match. Oh, so uh, I've got I've got two. They're both top for different reasons, though.
Favourite, mate. I'll let you have to.
So for me personally, my favorite match was it's not anywhere on YouTube, but it was my second ever match. It was me and Regan Blaze against Guy Smithson and Tom Mercer. It was a WrestleForce birthday show, but it was just mental to be able to work my trainer and my second ever match and work with trainer and someone I respect and Tom Mercer and and tag with someone I trained with Regan. It just was such a nice memory. It was a great show. We got a pizza afterwards. It was just nice to have
Mm.
that with Sky. And I'd say action wise, my favourite match, I had a triple threat in for WrestleForce at Long Bitton, and it was Isaac Blair and Archie Cole. It was a late addition to the card, and it didn't seem to stop any of us. I think we went out there and put on a really good match. The crowd really got into it.
Mm.
It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. I really enjoy how it came out. I'm just happy to wrestle both of them boys as well. Two guys that I think are going to come through the UK scene as well. I'm just happy we got to have three rising stars in that sense, just in a
Mm.
triple threat where hopefully you can look back in 5 years and you're down. We got them in the same match. That's insane.
On such
But and
short
now,
notice as well for the match to happen.
oh yeah, mental. We only found out about it on the Friday. It was going to be a triple threat.
Oh dear.
So we had a day to like sort it all out. Literally, yeah, just short notice, and it was just a lot of fun, really. And I think it came out amazingly.
Nice, mate. Nice. There's your answers to the Peckham Playboy. Shout out to him.
Second Playboy,
The
shout out to Beckham.
last question for you. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that. Shout out to
Yeah, I
Peckham.
don't know why I meant to add the Playboy on there, and I was like, it's a bit too late now.
Fair play. And the last question is from the current DKW British Champion Big O. Shout out to the
Big
Big
up, big
O.
O.
Yeah, I
Shout
see you smiling away. I think you kind of have an idea what you're going to ask, but then you might not have an idea. So he wants to know, and it's the serious question: why are you so handsome? Take your
I can
time.
shoot that right back at him. I can shoot that right back at him. He's just, I think I'm a handsome man, but I look at Big O and I'm thinking, what a beautiful mullet. He's got the belt as well, and it's a beautiful man. It's being called handsome by such a beautiful man. It's an honor. It is an honor. I've
You've
got to
gone
say.
shy, haven't you?
I'm really shy. That man makes me blush. I'm a bit too hot in here. Ooh.
Big O, Big O, what have you done to my guest, mate? Hopefully a future guest there as well with Big O. But thank you guys for your questions. What we're going to do now is rewind the clocks and we're going to discover what made AJ Payne a fan of professional wrestling. Tell the listeners, mate.
So I think it was back when I was in year eight in secondary. I never really had any interest. I kind of just was like, I was very tofu. I was very bland. I kind of just went along with the flow.
Mm.
And I always remember I knew about professional wrestling and I just didn't really click with it. And then there was a post and it must have been Raw and I think it was Seth Rollins and Big Show. And I saw it and I was like, okay, that I don't know why that caught my attention and just watching that really caught me. And it was like, okay, I think Kevin Owens interfered and I was like, why did Kevin Owens interfere in that match? Then I watched that and I was like, why is Roman Reigns interfering? And I was like watching all the storylines and I kind of was like, okay, now I need to see next week and next week and next week. I just really just got into it. I never used to stay up for the pay-per-views. I was already always a good kid in school. So I never used to stay up, but I would wake up a couple hours early to watch them all. I just sit in
That's
bed
what I
and get
used to
through
do.
most of them. That's what I used to do. I never used to. I was a good kid. I never used to stay up. I was very boring in that sense, I'll say.
Nah, don't worry, mate.
And then I
I'll
was on.
try, but I'd have to record it on VHS, and then I'd get caught. It's literally like the intro, and when it's like World Wrestling Federation, and the intro is about a minute long, and I'm like, and then hear the fucking door open, bed, get school, fucking
Bang,
yeah.
bang. I was like, oh, it's gonna have to be a Monday thing, innit? But, God, I mean, I found a professional wrestling WWE. I was found in 2017 throughout, and then it was when Jericho went over to New Japan and wrestled Omega. That's when I got into New Japan, and then AEW got announced. And I was I'm a nerd in life where if I find out one thing, I've got to kind of expand that knowledge. I always just love knowing more in that
Yeah,
sense. So I'd watch New Japan and I'd watch AAA, and then TNA would come up and CMLL, and then I'd just go on and on and on. Then I'd watch like 90s All Japan. I'd just go on and watch that, and I'd be like, damn, this is so cool. Like, it's such a biography, and I just love that's why I
mm,
loved it because there's so much of it, and there's so many different styles. And it's like, if you don't like the technical side, you can like the high flying lucha stuff. If you don't like the lucha stuff, you can like the big hoss wrestling. You don't like that, you can like strong style. And there's so many ways you can go back and forth. And I just fell in love with that aspect. I think, to be fair, and just the love grew. I think that was just it, really.
nice, mate. No, I think that's fair as well. I mean, for me personally, it's impossible now to keep up to date with so much wrestling. But when you're a lot younger, it is, you just can't get enough of it like you have. Some people will just stick with one product, and that's fair, nothing wrong with it at all.
Oh yeah,
But
of
for you
course, of
to sort
course.
of branch out, fall down that wrestling rabbit hole, oh, New Japan, oh, a bit of 90s Japanese wrestling, and then TNA and AEW, of course, which is still booming at the moment. But when did you know, AJ, that okay, I've developed this love for it, and the fan it's global, and I'm watching all these different companies. But when did you know I actually want to give it a go? I want to start training, and I like to step inside the ring one day.
I think one match that actually comes to mind that made me think of that was Connor Mills and Zack Sabre Jr. Because I used to watch Mills at WrestleForce when he comes to Raleigh, which is like 10 minutes from me.
Yeah,
And I'm thinking, that's a guy who is grafted and worked so hard on his body, on his like skill set, and just like how he wrestles to the point. A man in Zack Sabre Jr. who just wrestled Brian Danielson a week before, Connor Mills is now getting an opportunity to face Zack, who is now, in a sense, the best technical wrestler in the world, like known worldwide. So I'm thinking, damn, I'm watching guys like Connor Mills go through that. And then it came up with like Mark True and Lacey coming through and going to Rev Pro, and they went to Japan. And I was thinking, damn, I used to watch them live in Raleigh and think in front of like 100 people, and like now they're doing big shows in Japan and competing tag league. And they're back this year, and it was then when I was like, yeah, I want to give this a go. And then it aligned perfectly with when Cobra opened.
hmm
And I went with my mate originally. We both really into wrestling from school, and I was originally going to go down the boxing route and be like, I'm going to go do amateur boxing and give that a go and focus on my work. And I was like, I'll try out wrestling. I'll see what it is because it's something I want to do. I've always wanted to try it. I'll see how it goes. And then, other than my first bump, which I forgot to tuck my chin. If you ever learn wrestling, remember to tuck your chin. Learn that the
yeah,
hard way. Uh, with that, and then I think Sky was getting me on. We'll talk about getting me on shows. A few months later, when I just got into it, I just kind of stayed training. I kind of just carried on and on and on. And then Sky was like talking about shows, and I was like, it's becoming real. Like, this isn't just like a hobby anymore. And that's when I was like, okay, that's where I definitely want to get in the ring, and I definitely want to be
mm.
a wrestler. I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm training this. I want to be like, okay, I definitely
Tell
want
me
to like.
about. Oh, sorry, mate. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. It was that, and I was only just gonna say we had the tapings in March 2025, like Cobra ones. I don't know if they're out yet. We filmed them by Spinebuster and everything, and that was when I was like, okay, now I want to do wrestling. 'Cause now I know what a match feels like, and now I know I can go through that. So that was really what's it now for me.
Nice. I just want to talk a bit more about Cobra, not Cobra Kai, as I said before recording.
Cobra Kai,
But
big old.
tell me about the Wrestling Academy itself. It seems to be picking up a bit of momentum, and it is gaining attention as well on social
Well
media.
deserved attention.
And the clips that I'm seeing myself, because I do follow them, and I follow a lot of the talent that do go down there. And it's crazy to have it in Southend. Like me as a kid, I could only fucking dream of that. Like a wrestling school around the corner for me. But for you to sort of have that luxury of it being around the corner from you in Essex, it's awesome. But tell me,
It's
as a
so
school
weird.
at Sky, as a coach, just a bit more detail.
Honestly, I I believe this wholeheartedly. She's the most underrated wrestler in this country
Hmm.
because people don't understand like her mind, how sharp she is in the ring, how well she works, how she can tell a story, how she can play with a crowd, all these little details. And not only can she do that so well, is how well she is only 2 years as a coach and how well she can translate her skills onto other people. And it's not even in a sense of, okay, I want you to wrestle this school's way. That's the thing I love about Cobra. There's no, oh, we're going to wrestle in Cobra's way.
Yeah,
Sky likes the idea of you're going to wrestle in your own way. Like for me, I've always loved the strong style, the sequences, the cool counter wrestling, like or like you see in New Japan these days. I love that. And it's not in. Then you've got Regan who loves like the high flying style, like Seth Rollins, like WWE high flying style. And she's not saying, that style's better than that style, so you're going to do the WWE style over that style. She's like, okay, I respect that's your style. I want to see how you can do it better, how you can apply it well in a match, how you can use it to help a crowd understand, how to get the crowd involved in the match. Because I feel like if you can have the greatest match of all time,
yeah,
and we saw this in COVID, we can have the greatest match of all time. There's no crowd there to react, and it's just silence. It feels like nothing. That moment is gone, and there is no moment essentially that you like. So Sky really helps harness that, and like, yeah, I just think it's a great school. It's a great atmosphere, and they're really coming to both her and True are both coming into it as teachers. Mark got a great wrestling mind. Like it's how he can put a match together and how he knows how to get the times in. He's just so smart with how he works. They're both so smart with how they work.
mm.
And they just know how to put it onto the students. That is just the main thing. They just know how to put their mind into the students. It is mesmerizing to see, actually.
No, that's cool, mate. It's good that there is this opportunity now for wrestlers in Essex. Cobra Wrestling Academy, and then you've got the DKW Academy, and then you've got
Yes,
WrestleForce's
got the
promotion,
DKW as well.
Catch 22. All these companies that
Good
you
catch.
have had a hand in. My introduction to you was actually at Park Tavern last year at the charity event, and it was you
Oh,
against Denzel Mack.
that was my first ever singles.
What's it?
That was my first ever singles match. That is so mental. That's the one that do that. That's sick.
I did have a soft spot for you already because you was announced from Essex, so I was like, whoop whoop.
I was gonna say, well, is it king?
So I found myself already rooting for you. But tell me about that show and experience as it was your first singles. I didn't know that personally, so it's a bit of a surprise to me hearing it while we're recording. But yeah, mate, tell me about it.
That was cool. That was very cool. I think it was when I had the Rumble for WrestleForce, and then Lucas messaged me when like Sky did the post about that for Cobra, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll stick you on with Denzel," and I was like, "Denzel's one of like the best up and comers in this country, the big boy, so I'm gonna get thrown about a
He
bit."
is really good, Denzel. He's awesome.
He's amazing. He's amazing. I don't have enough good words for Denzel. I've had him a good two, three times, and every time he's just been amazing to work with in the ring. And that's why I was happy he was my first singles because I was thinking, there's a guy that I could go out there have a good match with, and he can showcase me really well. It's Denzel, and it was a weird experience doing like a first show like that because it was thinking, okay, you're setting up the ring and everything. You don't really think about it. You're lifting the ring around. It's when we're planning the match. I'm like, oh, it's like training. It's like training how we plan the matches and we plan stuff there. And then oh, it's when you're like there getting dressed and you put your gear on, you're thinking, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
about to
actually
go
happening.
wrestle in front of the crowd. And then the tavern was really good because it's like it's not your average like crowd. Everyone's got a few drinks. I don't really know wrestling. It's exciting, and you get a good reaction.
They
I know what I
appreciate it,
do.
though. They really do.
Oh,
They
they
are the
really did. I was
casual
really shocked.
fans. Yeah.
They
But I mean
really
that
did
in a really good
appreciate it.
way.
No, they were like usual casual fans. It's like you've got to teach it a little bit. Like you've got to teach what wrestling is. But like
Yeah.
with the Southern fans, because it might be because DK are there like two, three times a year, but regardless, they loved it, and it just made it that lot better. I think it's when he's tried to throw me in the corner. I did the backflip over him. And I've heard just the crowd lose. I was like, hey, yeah, I love this. This gets your blood going. And shame I didn't get the win, but still haven't beat Denzel. I'm looking for that win, so I'm coming for Denzel again soon. But
Nice. I'm
no, it
sure
was
that will
just a
happen
great
in
experience.
2026.
Oh,
I'm sure that'll
oh, yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I'm gonna slap him. I'm gonna slap
I don't encourage it.
him. But no, it was a yeah great experience. I can't and DK have just been great to me ever since really.
Yeah, man. Obviously, I've got nothing but love for DKW Academy. I actually had
Oh,
the
yeah,
pleasure
definitely.
of commentating a fantastic match between you and Taylor James. Stronger Things 4.
You
You got
was
the
on
upset win.
commentary. I did get the upset win. That was a big shock to everyone.
Awesome.
Everyone's like, "Oh my god, did you just beat Taylor Jones?" I was like, "I did." I'm quite shocked myself, but no,
And the gun at the end
Taylor
as
Jones.
well. I remember, mate.
Oh yeah. No, I had to shoot the cowboy. I had to get on the cowboy. But no, he is amazing. I mean, I've
Amazing.
got him again recently at Catch 22. Every time, I think I just have amazing chemistry with him. I'm so lucky I do. I'm so lucky to be able to work with him twice in the span of like 3 months because he is just such an amazing worker. He's got a great mind, and like again, he's another one that's been on Rev Pro and he's been on the big stages, and he's so talented. I
He's
just
very giving,
it,
isn't he, in the ring for someone that's experienced as him.
oh he's yeah very much. He's very given. Like he was very much. It's like I'm weird because I try to also think of ways to make other people's moves look good
Yeah.
because I feel like that's what makes a good match. I don't want to go out there and be like, oh yeah, I've got all this really cool stuff I want to do. You just hit me with a clothesline and that's it. It's boring. It's so boring because then it's like, okay, then I just look selfish. That's what it does. It just makes me look selfish and it just makes me look like if I've hit him with 20,000 moves and he's still kicking out, I haven't really beat him, have I? I'm not really looking good because my moves look rubbish. So if I
Yeah.
give him if we balance it, then it's going to look like more of an entertaining match. I'll go back and forth. It's going to look more competitive, which is what we're trying to sell this as. We're not trying to sell it as a gymnastics tournament, or we're not trying to sell it as a pantomime. We're trying to sell it as a fight. And so if it is back and forth, it makes the fight more entertaining. Like you watch boxing, and you can respect if someone goes 12 rounds and puts on a great performance. You can respect that, but you wouldn't say it's entertaining. But if you're watching two guys back and forth, back and forth, back and forth action, you're going to leave that thinking, yeah, that was a great time, and I had a great enjoyment watching that, which is what I kind of thrive for in wrestling.
And the fans
So
get their money's worth. And even though
exactly,
someone has
exactly.
to lose, like you don't really necessarily see them as a loser, do you? You just
No,
see
you look
two
at someone and be
wrestlers who
like,
put
they,
on a
yeah,
great match and a competition.
exactly, exactly, and you'd go out there thinking, I don't see a lot of guys come up to me after shows like when I do like signings, I'll be like, damn, you won the match. That makes you the best in the world. They're coming out like, wow, you guys put on a great match.
Yeah.
You guys put on an amazing match, and that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, wow, you won that match really well. It's just that's 3 seconds.
Someone said
Ah,
that to you. It wasn't
that's
me, but I praised the match. I didn't say that. You won the match. Well done.
that's just it's just such a weird call. I was like, thanks.
I was trying to mean well, but it's quite funny when not hearing it. Like
Oh no,
it wasn't
yeah,
me, by
I
the way,
just
in
didn't know
case it
how to
was.
react to it. It's just I know they probably meant it. I was like, because how they think of wrestling, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, thank you very much. But I was just thinking, buddy,
I haven't really heard this tape before. It's quite funny.
oh, it was that. I think it was in one in South End. Where was it? I think it was in Rayleigh. I think it was me and Big Mac, and I think someone just came up to me and went, wow, you won that match really well. I think it was the sliced bread. They were really impressed by that. So I was like, oh, thank you very much, man. Was the move quick? It was like, yeah, I love the move. It was amazing. And how you pinned him. And I was thinking, okay, you're looking into it a bit too much, but thank you very much.
Yeah, is it the match that just got recently uploaded with you and
No, no,
Overdock?
that was the Wickford one. We had one just after Christmas in Rayleigh.
Oh, okay. No, yeah.
That was like the big like rematch that we had. So that was a lot. That was a lot of fun. Crowd were really loud, and yeah,
Hmm.
I won it really well apparently. So can't complain too much.
You won it really well. So if fans do continue to want to meet you after the shows or during the interval, please say to AJ Payne,
Please
"Well,
do.
you won the match really well.
Please tell me if I lost the match. Please tell me I lost it and how
You
I
lost
lost it.
it
If I
really
lost it
well."
really well, I'd love to know.
Oh mate, that's
Mm,
wicked. I have actually been binge watching a lot of your matches in build up in this episode. Like mentioned about the Harry McDonald one, I rewatched the Denzel Mack one as well. Not the Part Tavern one, but the one on WrestleForce. Unfortunately, the one on Part Tavern. I think you can only see clips of it, but the full shows because it's charity as well.
yeah,
And Isaac
that's
Blair, friend of the show, another one.
oh Isaac Blair that match that that hurt.
Yeah,
Isaac, Isaac is a brilliant talent, and he's a really good friend of mine. And I think in wrestling, you hit your friends a lot harder.
yeah,
And I think in that match, I will just say it's very brutal. There's the part where we're just standing there saying, "Go on, hit me," trying to be tough lads, and we both come out with bruised chests. But that match, I'm really proud of that match in the sense of it was a really quiet crowd that we didn't have to get up for like going like the clap, 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 or like starting chants.
yeah,
They just naturally got into it because of the wrestling, which I think that should be the point. I feel like I get why we're getting family crowds into it and doing the chat side sometimes do that and getting like finish him and all this kind of stuff. But like if you can naturally get them invested with how you're working a match and how you're selling and how you're like portraying a story, I think that's the win.
mm,
If your wrestling gets them into it, and that's why I'm proud of that match because they love the wrestling in that, not us, not just our characters, not just our cool moves. It's how we put the moves together and told the story of like, okay, we're trying to prove something to one another that we're like the highest like up and comer. And that's why, like, as much as it's great to face like the veterans and learn stuff, I really enjoy that. I always love like getting advice. I love facing the younger guys because I've started the industry. It's not late. I started at 20, but when you look at like Raymond who's 15, you've got Regan and Isaac who are 17, 18. You've got guys coming up at that age. I like facing them young lads because it's like they have something to prove. They're gonna deliver a bit more. That intensity is gonna be more there because they want to prove themselves to an audience.
yeah.
So I love mixing with that because I like that intensity. Like I like the hard hitting side of wrestling. They really bring it. So that's why I really enjoy matches with guys like Isaac and guys like Regan. So it just brings a bit more to the table, I'd say.
You know what I find quite impressive about you is the fact that you've been doing this. Is it? Would you say less than a year in terms of an official
In shows,
show?
just less than a year, yeah.
Yeah, and some people you can tell that they haven't been doing it that long. I don't mean in a horrible way. I just mean it's just some people just take a bit longer to develop. But when I see you wrestle, there's such confidence already, and it looks like you've been doing it for such a long period of time. I'm not saying you're like 20-year veteran of him, but I can just
Yeah, no.
see someone who looks like he knows what he's doing already and looks like he's excelled at wrestling in such a short period of time. And it's evident in your matches when wrestlers and not wrestlers, so when the fans, when they do see your matches on YouTube or live, they will be able to confirm what I'm saying. How do you feel overall, like your first year or so in wrestling, in front of the crowds and all these shows you've been doing in Essex?
First of all, I want to thank you for the kind words. That does mean a lot to hear. Uh, I feel like it's went really well actually. I've had moments of like dark times where I've been like, oh, I don't want to do the industry. I quit. I
Mhm.
can't. My mind's too mental. But like, I just enjoy it too much, and that's just it. It's because I just enjoy the industry. I enjoy entertaining the fans, and I've always just wanted to represent wrestling the way it's helped me. Like, I've had some times in school where I didn't have the best days, or like I had like dark times with friends. It's like I could just go home, stick on wrestling, and I'm happy. So I just want to represent that. And with my first year, it was originally just gonna be like a okay, ease myself into it and like be like, okay, I'm looking to just go out there, learn the best, and just please my trainer. I think I'm still doing that now. I've just more turned up the intensity now and just more put the foot on the gas, just go out there and just put on amazing performances that I enjoyed. Like when I fell in love with wrestling, it was black and gold NXT. And it's them kind of matches that I watch now and I'll be like, yeah, that's my shit. That's what I want to spend my free time watching.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to represent. And that's what I think this first year's been doing and just trying to work that style and make it my own. And I think I've done that all right. I'm always very judgy of my performances. Guy can account for this. I think I've had a few slaps on the wrist of like, you're being too judgy and like, stop it. But
You're human at the end of the day.
yeah, exactly. And I'm at the point of like, I do want to get far in this, and I do want to take this first year and bring it into the second year and do it better. And I want to be 2026 is better than 2027, better than 2026, and onwards and onwards and onwards. Because I want to try and make it to the top of this industry. I don't just want this to be, uh, oh, I'm going to do this on the weekends when I've got my full-time job as well. I want to be a professional wrestler. So I try to hold myself to that standard. I don't, and that's not me saying I think I'm the standard of someone like Carl Fletcher or someone like Cody Rhodes. I just want to hold myself similar to that standard so that one day I may be able to work to that level. But overall, if we take all the serious side out of it, I just love wrestling. I'm just a nerdy kid like everyone else that just
Hmm.
is mental and loves this amazing sport. And I just try to represent that in the ring, and that's what I've been trying to do in my first year, which I think's went amazingly for the opportunities I've had with WrestleForce and the opportunities I've had with DK and just the matches and quality wrestlers I faced and helped me to bring me to a good level. So overall, I think it's been a very, very blessed first year. I think that's the word you blessed. I've been very blessed with my opportunities.
Good word to use. I do think you show a lot of maturity as well at a young age. I know you're saying about like I've only been like 15 and has it been 17, 18, but even for your age, mate, you're still young. And the fact that you still haven't forgot you're a fan, so you still love the business and love wrestling, but you love what you do when you're inside the ring, but you also want to put in a good show and a good performance. And that's what you are doing, mate. So honestly, mate, just
Pretty much
it's
it.
quite scary, I think, for you, your ceiling. And I think
Thank you very
if
much,
we
bro.
was to have this conversation in 5 years' time when you come back, I mean, hopefully sooner, but just putting a random number on it. What would you personally, if you can name a few things, want to wrap up the interview? What would you like to achieve if you come back on the show, let's say 3 years, and go, George, I've now done this. I've now wrestled here. I've now gone abroad. Just some things top of your head.
I would like to go abroad. I would really like to do Japan. That is the main goal for now, is to get to Japan. I would like to do the big companies in the UK, like the Progress, the Rev Pros, and like there's names I would want to face on that, like big names in the country right now. But at the same time, there's a bit of me that wants to go like I'd like to have that Progress match with someone like Regan, like Isaac, like some of the young guys I'm coming up with to be like, yeah, we made it. Like we had this match in Chelmsford in front of 50 people, and now this match is being streamed on Triller TV in front of hundreds and thousands of fans online, in front of 100 people in the electric ballroom. So that would be a sick moment. There's a few dream matches I want to tick off with guys such as the top one's Connor Mills. Uh, I'd love to face guys like Mills, like Luke Jacobs, Ethan Allen, Ridgeway, Sky, Mark True, all them lot I would like to face, and I'd like to mix it up in America. I was going back and forth on this. If I was ever like lucky enough to come across an opportunity, I'd love to go out there and just be able to hopefully just blessed myself with like that kind of
Yeah.
style, and it's so like even if it's not the big companies like the WWEs, the AEWs, it's when I look at like GCW and you've got guys like Jordan Oliver, Alex Price, like they've just been signed. You've got Starboy Charlie, you've got Moriarty, you've got so many great wrestlers over there. It's stupid. And that's where I think I'm lucky when I'm looking back and we're talking about 5 years from now. The talent pool's insane. Like even we're talking about even I'm looking in the UK, the talent pool is
Mm.
stupidly insane.
Even people you've probably wrestled, I've even forgotten now. And I feel bad, but then I remember the names, like a Peter Miller. Just there's so much
Yeah,
talent in the UK at the moment, and even in Essex. Going back to what I said earlier, like we didn't really have this booming scene about 10, 15 years ago. And now we've got it, and you're part of this.
it's that's why I'm lucky to be because it's like I think the matches I've had now, I'm thinking you got the and it's like you got the veterans coming up as well, where you've got guys like I said, like Sky, Taylor James, Mark True, Kieran Lacey, Mike Bird. There are vets, and then you're thinking I could either face the vets and learn something in a match and learn a
Mhm.
heap loads, or I can go into the younger talent group, and you've got guys like Matt Craven, Regan Blade, Raymond, Isaac, Lincoln, Denzel, Jaden Williams, Ted Saban. You've got guys like that coming up. Got the first class flyers. There's another couple. That is like scratching the surface, and it's just mental. And it's like, let's say I'm lucky enough to venture out that circle. That's another talent pool. Venture out into the world where you've got great young guys in Japan coming up, great young guys in America coming up, or great young guys in Spain, in France. And with the streaming service coming bigger and bigger, there's more countries available and there's more wrestling just anywhere. And that's where I'm lucky I'm in an industry where it's so accessible. There's so many opportunities you can get. And if I just do what I'm trying to do now, get my head down, study, learn, get in the gym, get fitter, get better, get sharper, that's where I'm going to be finding them opportunities. That's where I'm going to be finding them big talent pools. And that's basically where I want to be in the next 5 years. I want to come back here and say, like, yeah, I've explored, I've faced these amazing
Mm.
people. I face these amazing people now, but then it's like these are the people on the big companies and the big spotlights on Triller, or maybe even in the AEWs, hopefully praying to anything I can pray to that I could get somewhere like that. It's just insane. Like the ceiling for like is insane for anyone. I think we're such in a great industry, the ceiling's insane.
There is, man. There is. Talent pool's just awesome. Is there anything, AJ, you want to say? Anyone you want to call out? Any matches you want to promote? Any shows you want to promote? The opportunity's yours, mate. We're now at the end. Go for it.
Sweet. So, one show I want to promote massively on March 21st at the Holbridge Community Centre, we have our first ever solo KWA show. It will be, I've said March 21st, Holbridge. We have got great talent coming down. We advertised so far that I can announce we've got Nightshade, one of the top women's wrestlers in the UK. We have got RJ Singh.
Hey, love
Yeah,
RJ Singh. He's
a
cool.
great one. Long tenured and just a very talented guy. And our top on the poster right now is Spike Trevay. I can say 1,000 words
Has it
about
been
this man.
announced
That will
now? I
not
didn't. I
finish.
saw the original post, but I didn't know Spike Travay was on there as well.
The original poster, sadly, Mills cannot make it.
Oh, right. Okay, I didn't see the change. Fair enough.
Yeah, so same shame. So originally it was going to be Connor Mills, and
Yeah.
now Mills cannot make it. So we have got Spike Trevay. I
Good
mean,
replacement. Good replacement.
there's not a lot better replacement you can get with Spike Trevay. One of the greatest minds in the UK, and so get your tickets for that at Cobra Wrestling's website. Uh, I think that's the only show I can announce at the moment. That's the big one I want to get. I just want to thank everyone that has been part of this journey with me. People that I've trained with, people that have watched me, people I've wrestled. There's just so many thanks I can give, so many words I give to everyone. I want to give a special shout out to Kobra Wrestling Academy. If you want to come a top tier professional wrestler, and I'm not just saying it because it's my school, I know that's like the stigma, but Sky is one of the greatest minds that you can find. And for £15 a session or even £80 a month. And it might sound steep, but thinking 8 sessions a month with Mark True, Sky Smithson. We have guests come down. We had Rhino at one point. We had Connor Mills last year. God knows who we're going to bring down next. It's just, and the talent pool we're producing, like that's where I come from. We've got guys like Regan Blake coming from there, Matt Craven, and it's just we're churning them out. We're churning them out. We're churning them out top talent. And if you want to come down and be the best version of yourself in professional wrestling, come down to Prittlewell.
Nice. You heard the man. And if they want to keep up to date with your career and what you got lined up for the rest of the year, how can
I
they
do have a
find
career,
you
don't I?
on social media, man?
Got that my career, of course. So I am on Instagram as AJ Payne _ juice. And if you would like to book me, please do. I like wrestling. I love wrestling. It would be ajpayne.bookings@gmail.com. And just watch out for the juice in 2026. He's planning to kill it. He's gonna kill it. And that name, remember it now. In 5 years, that name's gonna be household. I promise you that now.
The juice is going to be on the loose this year. Give him a follow.
Of
Give this
course,
video a like. Subscribe to the channel.
please
Give me
do.
a follow on my social media handles. They'll be in the description below. But for now, everyone, have a great weekend.